Today, we're at Henry Cowell Redwood State Park. All redwood trees within this state park are protected by the state. However, there are many trees outside of this park that are not protected. They're cut down for human and industrial use all over California and have a huge impact on forest land. Before commercial logging and clearing began, the coastal redwoods took up 2 million acres of land. That's the size of 3 Rhode Islands, from the south of Big Sur to the North Oregon border.
The coast redwoods are the Earth's tallest trees. They can grow as tall as a 30-floor skyscraper. They can also be up to 27 feet wide and live for as long as 2,000 years. Did you know that the earliest coast redwood trees were there at the time of the Roman Empire? Redwoods date back more than 200 million years ago to the Jurassic period. Now, they're being logged extensively to satisfy the need for new homes and lumber. California's natives did not cut down the redwoods, but instead used already fallen down trees to build homes and canoes. They also used the plants in the redwoods for medicines and herbs.
Affected climate change within the past decade or so.
Well, climate change is not generally known until almost 50 years afterwards. The climate change that you're seeing now is a result of not only deforestation, but industry and everything else.
We, as humans, are ignoring the issue and are not making the effort to solve deforestation.
Although deforestation is a prevalent issue, we continue this practice for multiple reasons. First, lots of forests are cleared to make room for cattle grazing. These cattle use lots of land, which prompts people to cut down trees to gain space. When land is cleared for cattle grazing, important nutrients are robbed from the soil repeatedly, and trees are cut down, leading to a higher concentration of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere. Also, trees are used to create space for roads in cities. The roads themselves don't harm forests very much, but the effects that follow are much larger. Roads lead to cities being built which require redwoods to be cut down. They also attract miners, loggers, and farmers into the area. Logging is the process of cutting down trees and collecting the timber for commercial purposes, such as making paper and building material. Illegal logging is also a large problem because it causes more harm to the environment and makes redwoods more vulnerable to fires.
We visited the California Academy of Sciences and interviewed an expert about his opinion of deforestation.
Is why are forests so important in which we should go out to preserve them?
Yeah, so forests are very important because A, they're incredibly biodiverse ecosystems. There are many different species of plants and animals that can be found in forests, and sometimes only in specific forests. Another reason that they're very important is because they are one of the ways that the Earth maintains a balance of all the different atmospheric gases. So right now we have an exorbitant amount of carbon dioxide in our atmosphere. Well, what soaks up carbon dioxide and exudes oxygen? Trees and vegetation that are in forests. So forests are really helpful for maintaining that balance of all the different gases that are up there. That's another reason they're important. They're also just gorgeous. You know, I don't know if y'all ever go hiking, but going out and being alone in nature or with friends in nature is one of the best things to, I think, spiritually cleanse oneself in a lot of ways. And so that I think that forests have intrinsic value for that reason, just being able to know that there are areas that are still wild and taking care of wildlife without human interaction. Those are some of the reasons why I think they're very important.
Thank you for your time.
Yeah, you're very welcome. Thanks, y'all.
How has deforestation affected climate change within the past decade?
There's definitely a connection between deforestation and climate change. Plants take in CO2 and convert it into biomass and oxygen. Carbon sequestration. As trees are the biggest plants, they sequester the most CO2. As it turns out, California's coast redwood forests are the most effective forests at capturing carbon, taking more than 2 times as much carbon per acre than any other terrestrial ecosystem. There is a very strong evidence that the production of CO2 and other greenhouse gases created by humans is the driving force behind the climate change we are currently experiencing.
What is a feasible solution to reduce, if not stop, deforestation?
Although there are many issues concerning deforestation, we as a community must come together and take action. One way we can stop deforestation is to start a nonprofit, which encourages volunteers to help out and plant trees.
Community forestry is where communities work with their organizations and, in addition, their public schools and local communities to help create local tree planting programs and manage local forests. This can ensure that awareness is raised within the communities, which will help replenish the forests. These acts of reforestation or the replanting of trees will aid in the prevention of more greenhouse gases entering our atmosphere.